Hey, seventh grade, it's Mrs. Cook here. I am going to show you a great writing tool today to help you work on your future city essay. It's a tool that's going to really pinpoint what you struggle with and what you need to work on, because we always know that we have many different writers and we all have different needs. So I'm going to show you a tool today that's going to be very helpful. The first thing you need to do is get on Blackboard to the home page, and then go ahead and go to writing. And at the top of the writing section is a link to what's called SAS Pathways. And it's a great site for any resources, but today we're really going to focus on our writing. You'll notice that once you get to SAS Pathways that you are going to need a username. You do not need a password unless you're a teacher, so that's great that you only need the username. So you're going to go ahead and right-click on that. Try to remember your username or write it down, and you're going to get to here. Now right now I am already signed in under my username, but if I logged out, you will notice that you just need the username. So I'm going to re-enter that. Oops, business 99. And I just logged myself right back in. So once you're here, you're going to go to all categories, and like I mentioned, because we're in writing, we're going to go over to the English Language Arts column. We're going to scroll down until we see what's called writing skills, and you're going to go ahead and click on that. Once you're in writing skills, you're going to see a list of many different options, and the one that we're going to really work on right now is called Writing Reviser, and it's the second one, and it does just that. It revises your writing and pinpoints what your needs are. And before we begin this, I want you to know that we're really going to have you focus on one or two things with your writing. We don't want you to focus on 5 or 6 things, because we really want you to become masters or experts in 1 or 2 areas rather than many. So just go into this with that mindset. So you're going to click on Writing Reviser, and you're going to see something that looks like this. And I know that all the netbooks are different, but if Java plugin is not installed, we're going to have you go down here and proceed anyway. If some of you have Java, which is great, but in any case, if this comes here, click here to proceed, and that will get you all ready to go. Then this is going to pop up, and just a brief explanation about what the tool is, and you're going to go ahead and click Start. Okay? Then this will pop up, which is the actual tool to help you revise your writing. So again, we're going to be focusing on our future city essay. And the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and enter our name. So I'm just going to enter Mrs. Cook. And for the topic, you can just enter storm water essay or future city essay or something like that. And then what you're going to do is just make sure that with your future city essay that you follow those guidelines on the left-hand side here, okay? Do not exceed 5,000 words, which I don't think that will be a problem, and sentences with period, question mark, or exclamation point, separate paragraphs, use a spell check, so on and so forth. And then just keeping in mind these couple of standards down here to not use any weird fonts. Times New Roman, Arial, Comic Sans are pretty standard. To not use any special characters and symbols, order lists, or tables and images. It is also highly recommended that you do not plug in your works cited page into this, because obviously the Writing Reviser will look at that as very poor writing and won't really assess what it needs to assess. So make sure that you're actually plugging in the text of your essay. So what I'm going to do, just to show you, is I'm going to go ahead and go back to one of my documents and just show you how it works. And I'm just going to grab the newsletter I sent home this past weekend to demonstrate what I did. So I'm just going to grab a paragraph here. I'm going to right click and hit copy. I'm going to go back to my Writing Reviser. I have to make sure my cursor is there and I can see it, and it will not let you right click, so you're going to push Control V, which is also paste, and it will show up right there. Okay, once that is there, you're going to go ahead and click Next, and it's going to assess where you are as far as all of these different areas. So how many words, how many sentences, paragraphs, sentence length, so on and so forth. So we really want you to reflect on this and look at what this really means. Obviously, once you come down a little bit, or once you scroll down a little bit more, you're going to really start seeing things that you may want to be more aware of. For example, possible sentence fragments, run-on sentences, weak verbs, and so on and so forth. So those are things that you should really look at and make sure that you're reflecting on that. And if you don't know what something is, for example, you don't know what a prepositional phrase is, that is when you need to advocate for yourself and really become your own learner and really decide, how am I going to learn what that is? Whether that's connecting with a peer, connecting with your teacher, researching it on your own, but really taking that initiative to find out what exactly does that mean. Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing if I have those or not? And connecting with someone or something to find out how you can improve those, or if they're good. So I'm going to just click out of there. And also on the left-hand side, there's going to be another really great helpful tool for you that is called the Big Picture and a Closer Look. And these are going to really, and I'm just going to click on a bunch of them to show you. These are all things that you can click on, and it will help you identify those particular areas in your writing. So maybe I want to find out about my wordiness, okay? So up here in the right-hand side, it asks, I'm going to be asking it to find how wordy my writing is. So I'm going to click on that, and down here, probably because I'm a teacher and I write a lot, but it did not find any words that were clearly unnecessary or words that, again, I was just entering in there and it didn't sound good. So consider checking. It says consider checking for wordiness again. So that's that. I'm going to click on prepositions. Maybe I don't know what a prepositional phrase is, and right up here gives you a little bit of a clue. But again, this is something that you might want to look further into. So I'm going to find prepositional phrases, and it's going to give me some indication of some prepositional phrases. So it says roll over or click each sentence number to highlight prepositional phrases in your draft. Red indicates a sentence with 4 or more phrases. So again, you can go ahead and click on these, and it'll show you exactly where those are, which is really helpful. Okay. Maybe I want to look for transitions. Maybe I want to look for repetition, whatever it is. You can actually go ahead and find those things within your writing, which is really, really great. Again, focus on 1 or 2 things rather than all of these. It can become very, very overwhelming. Okay, I'm just going to click a couple more things that you might want to look for. Okay, some of them you are going to have to enter. For example, your purpose, your audience, your thesis, and so forth. You're going to have to enter those to make sure that the tool can actually find what it needs to find. So it's a great tool. Once you have done that, that's going to take a little bit of time. Okay, once you find that, we're going to have you really pinpoint 2 things that you want to focus on. So maybe you want to focus on transitions, and maybe you really need to focus on your introduction. Okay. Once you pinpoint those 2 things, you're going to go back to that home page on SAS Curriculum Pathways. It looks like this. Again, we just used this tool, so you're not going to click on that again. But maybe you found out that your punctuation is really, really rough, and you're really struggling with that. Each one of these is a lesson, and it will go through the lesson with you. And it's very self-guided. You guys can all figure it out, and you just follow the lesson, okay? Maybe you find out that your sentence structure is poor, and so you click on that and you follow the lesson. And a lot of them are really great because they have videos and interactive tools that you can use, and it's not really just sit and get, but they're really interactive, and they're actually a lot of fun. Okay, again, here's another one. There's lots of them. You scroll all the way down and find out what you exactly need help with. So if there are things that you cannot find on here that you really want to work on, for example, maybe you can't find anything on how to write an introduction, that is certainly something that you want to connect with a peer or your teacher about to get that extra instruction. Okay, but again, great things or great tools that you can use. Your teacher will be coming around to ask you what exactly your goals are as far as your essay and what you'll be working on. But we'd like you to use this tool in this site to really help guide what your needs are. And that's it. Hope that was helpful.